May it please, my Lord. Lordship, item 26. I have the consent of my learned friend for the petitioner. If it can kindly be fixed on 14th, next Friday.
Item
26 from the hearing list.
we have only till item 16 today.
It will be 16.
Is 16 as per my
There is no
court
26.
Okay.
16.
In my cost list, there are 26 items.
Okay, maybe there is a revised list maybe,
Yes,
because
perhaps,
we have
perhaps.
only till 16 and there is a supplementary 17.
Okay.
So maybe you're talking about WP 93.
Yes,
WPC
yes.
93 of
WBC
24.
93 of 2024.
Okay. Yes. When do you want it?
14th of November.
14th November.
Yes, ma'am.
Learned Counsel, Mr. Sintianger, for respondent number 2, 3, 6 and 7
My Lord.
has made a prayer for listing the matter on 14th of November. So Learned Counsel for the petitioner, Mr. Pakin Chapo, is present and has no objection. List on 14th November. Learned Additional AG, Mr. M. Tim Song, is also present for the state respondents. Yes. Please accordingly.
Deeply obliged. Much obliged.
Also, I beg to mention item number 10.
10. Yes.
I'm here to complete a affidavit. So 2 weeks time will be granted.
No objections, my Lord.
Yet to file.
10. Yeah, 2 weeks.
Learned Additional AG, Mr. M. Tim Song, prays for 2 weeks' time to file the affidavit in opposition on behalf of the state respondents. So, Learned Counsel for the petitioner, Mr. Sintianger, is present and has no objections. List after 2 weeks. Yes.
May I please, my Lordship? Lordship, with the consent of both the parties, I have to mention item number 11. Kindly refix it after 2 weeks.
On the prayer of the parties, list the matter after 2 weeks. Yes.
And similar prayer for item number 13, Lordship. I'm for the respondent number 5. We are yet to file our affidavit
13.
in opposition. Yes, item number 13,
You have taken the consent of petitioner.
Lordship.
Petitioner. On the prayer of the parties, list the matter. When?
After 2 weeks.
After 2 weeks. Yes. Pleadings are complete or not?
No, Lordship, we are yet to file our affidavit in opposition.
Okay. And government?
Government, they have filed.
Okay.
Obliged.
And in the meantime, the Learned Counsel for the respondent 5 shall also file the affidavit. Yes.
Yes. Obliged, Lord.
Lordship, I beg to mention item 7. On behalf of my friend Bravir Chowdhury, if it can kindly be refixed on 17th of November 2025.
Mr. Sintianger prays for listing the matter on 17/11/2024, 2025 on behalf of Mr. P. Chowdhury. So list on 17/11.
Lordship, there is an interim.
The interim order passed earlier shall continue till the next date.
Deeply obliged.
For motion, item numbers 1 and 17 to be taken together.
May it please your Lordship.
Yes.
Lordship permits item number 17 to be taken up first.
38.
My Lord, 38, my Lord. When this application has been filed for crossing on FIR, my Lord, later Lordship will find it page 22, my Lord, is the FIR.
Yes.
May I read, my Lord?
Yes.
Yes. I have the honor to refer the subject and cited
Kinia, Abni, where are you? इजा आइटम नंबर किमान इजा है by the way motion 1 and 2 ना चलो चलो ठीक है
And I would like to refer section 142 of the Negotiable Instrument Act, my lord.
Yes.
My lord, section 142 of the Negotiable Instrument Act, my lord.
Negotiable instruments. Negotiable instruments. Miss, anyway, please
My
read.
lord. Section 142, cognizance of offence. Notwithstanding anything contained in the Code of Civil Procedure 1973, no court shall take cognizance of any offence punishable under section 138 except upon a complaint in writing made by payee or as the case may be, the holder in due course of the check. Now, my lord, this is purely offence under section 138. Checks have been bounced, my lord. Therefore, my lord, the correct procedure prescribes is to file a complaint under section 130.
Complaint is under 138.
Yes, 138. But instead of filing the complaint case, this FIR has been lodged, my lord, and with a prayer to recover the money. Now, my lord, Supreme Court has time and again has said, my lord, that my lord, police agency cannot be put in motion for recovery of money, my lord. And now the FIR has been registered under section 240 and 406, my lord. And my lord, from the face of the FIR, there is no offence of 420 or 406, my lord.
Yes, yes. Purely check bouncing.
Yes, my lord. It is admitted fact, my lord, we have issued check got bounced, my lord.
Okay. The present application under section 528 of the BNSS has been referred praying for quashing of the FIR in Dimapur East PS case number 133/2025 under section 420/406 of the IPC. Stop. Learned counsel for the petitioner, Mr. Your name?
R.S. Mishra, my lord.
Stop. The case of the petitioner is that the FIR dated
My lord, it is, my lord,
25, no,
4, my lord.
the date is not clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Dated 4/8.
Is it, my lord?
Dated 4/8 or 4/9?
It will be 4/8, my lord.
Dated 4/8/2025 clearly indicates that the present case is one of check bouncing and that there is no there is no ingredient of section 406/420 of the IPC. Stop. However, the complainant has lodged the FIR at the ESPS Dimapur, and thereafter, so investigation is going on.
Going on, my lord, and NBW was issued against the petitioner, my lord. NBW has been issued, my lord. I have filed another application for recall of the NBW, my lord.
And thereafter, the case has been registered and investigation is investigation has started. Stop. The petitioner has therefore prayed that the said impugned FIR and all the subsequent proceedings may be quashed and set aside. Stop. Issue notice returnable within 4 weeks. Stop. The learned PP has appeared on behalf of the respondent number 1 and therefore no formal notice needs to be issued. Stop. The petitioner shall take steps for service on the respondent number 2 by what was that called? Speed post. Inland speed post, as well as usual process within 3 working days from today. Stop. In the interim, the impugned FIR, in the interim, the further proceedings in connection with Dimapur East PS case number 133/2025 under section 406/420 IPC shall remain stayed till the next returnable date.
Much obliged, Your Lordship.
The rendered PP shall obtain scanned copies of the case diary on the next date.
Item number 1 is for crossing of the NBWA, my lord. Since
In
your lord,
connection with the same case.
same case, ma'am. And since lordship is passing interim order, in this case also, my lord, NBWA may be stayed, my lord. That lordship and wait for-
Same order, but towards the end you just say, the petitioner is therefore praying for quashing the non-bailable warrant of arrest issued in connection with the Dimapur East PS case number 133/2025. Stop. Then issue notice such and such, and here also same respondents. Then till the next returnable date, the NBWA issued against the petitioner in GR case number 412/2025 arising out of Dimapur East PS case number 133/2025 shall remain stayed.
much obliged.
For motion item number 2.
May I please, Your Lordship? I'll take Your Lordship to Annexure D, which encapsulates in brief the Annexure D, page 120.
D page.
120.
You want promotion from a retrospective date?
Yes, retrospective. Yeah. This is the proposal sent by the Directorate to the government. So here in brief, the facts are encapsulated, if I may read.
Yes.
On the subject cited above, I am forwarding herewith a representation in respect of Shri Tushizamba, Deputy Director, sought for retrospective date of his promotion to Joint Director with effect from 23/11/2023, whose promotion case was kept in abeyance against a writ petition being WBC 130 of 2023 before the Honorable High Court. The said petition was disposed of by the judgment and order dated 22/2/2024. Basing on which a censure order dated 16/3/2024 was passed. Thereafter, the department has sought for vigilance clearance for his due promotion, but could not issue by the competent authority. Again, a writ petition being WPC 118 of 2024 was disposed of by order dated 28/11/2024, directed the competent authority to issue vigilance clearance. Thus, the competent authority issued the vigilance clearance, white letter so-and-so, dated 17/12/2024. Therefore, under the above circumstances, your kind authority is requested to kindly consider his delayed case of due promotion, which was kept in abeyance with effect from 23/11/2023, since two joint director posts is still lying vacant in the department. So this is here similarly situated officers, they were considered for promotion on 23/11/2023, but at that point of time, a writ petition was pending. So now the case, the facts involved here is that in 2019, the Comptroller and Auditor General report detected certain anomalous withdrawal, illegal withdrawals from various treasuries. Now, as per the treasury rules, a treasury officer is not empowered to withhold any bills which is presented before him. The paragraph 4, if your
In
lordship
this
may.
connection, a criminal case was also registered, isn't it?
Yes, a criminal case was registered by the Lok Ayukta. The Lok Ayukta took up the case.
No, isn't it in the special court? Isn't it before the special court?
Yes, but it was on the basis of the Lok Ayukta inquiry.
Okay.
Lok Ayukta registered three cases,
Okay.
and
So it
inquiry
went
was
back.
done. Now what happened was during the inquiry, a direction was, an order was passed by the Lok Ayukta to take appropriate action against the officers. Now the petitioner at that point of time was the treasury officer at Mokokchung, senior
No,
treasury
what I mean
officer.
is, in the criminal case, before the special court,
Yes.
if I remember correctly, even charges had been framed.
Yes, but they were, even the Lok Ayukta said they are not to be punished. The only thing is that some kind of punishment may be imposed, like for example censure. Now,
No, that is in the departmental proceedings.
no,
But what
even the
can-
Lok Ayukta passed order in that respect. Only in respect of others, criminal charges were filed and the matter went on. But the Lok Ayukta clearly, if your lordship will
Okay,
allow me to
regarding
take-
the
yes,
treasury
yes.
officers,
Yes.
the charge sheet was not submitted.
No, because
Yes.
they were exempt. And even the rules, the treasury rules is very clear.
Okay.
Paragraph 4, I have reproduced the specific rules, your lordship. Paragraph 4, but paragraph 4, and then if your lordship may go to page 9. This is the reproduction of the various rules. Page 9. This is Rule 24 onwards. The treasury officer may correct an arithmetical inaccuracy or any obvious mistakes in any bill presented to him for payment, but shall intimate to the drawing officer any correction which he makes. 27. If a treasury officer receives intimation from the accountant general that monies have been incorrectly withdrawn and that a certain sum should be recovered from a drawing officer, he shall effect the recovery without delay and without regard to any correspondence undertaken or contemplated with reference to the retrenchment order, and the drawing officer shall without delay rebate a sum in such manner as the accountant general may direct. Now I'll take your lordships to the next page, 138.
No, it's okay.
Yes.
Anyway, finally, what
So-
happened in the departmental proceedings? You were given
Departmental
the penalty of
proceedings-
censure.
Only censure, and in the case,
Then after that, they process your promotion, but
not promotion. In fact, what happened was after the censure order was passed, after this honorable court passed the
Yes,
judgment order in the WPC 130, a censure order was passed, then after that, vigilance clearance was sought.
okay, that also.
Now the vigilance department sat over it. So the petitioner was again compelled to approach this honorable court by way of writ petition, that is numbered as 118 of 2024. Only after this honorable court issued direction to the authorities to pass the vigilance clearance, like in the case of others, and also consider his case. The vigilance clearance was finally given. So during the pendency of the WPC 130, the promotion of similarly situated officers were taken up. Now, your lordship, if your lordship may go to page 106, this is one of the censure order. And
No, but you are
Yes.
aggrieved by your promotion to joint
Yes.
director with
with
effect from only 2025.
yes, I am
isn't it?
aggrieved by that only.
Yes.
I want retrospective promotion
Yes,
as in the case of
you want
others.
from 2023.
Yes.
The present writ petition has been preferred by the petitioner, being aggrieved by the promotion order. Where is that impugn order?
Notification it should be. I am aggrieved by the meeting minutes Annexure U
Yes.
and Annexure U, page 122.
Show you page. Yes. What did I say? Being aggrieved by the minutes of the DPC, the
Of
minutes of the
Treasuries and
DPC meeting dated
10/9/2025.
10/9/2025, by which the petitioner was recommended for promotion to joint director with effect from 10/9/2025.
Yes.
Stop. Then what is the other impugned order?
Then page 124, Annexure
Stop.
B.
The petitioner is also aggrieved by the notification dated, notification number FIN/TA/ESTT/1-20/05 open brackets VOL close brackets /376 dated 17 September 2025, by which the petitioner has been promoted to the post of joint director with effect from 10/9/2025. So, Head Learned Counsel for the petitioner, Mr. Tongku Pengana. The petitioner's case is that the petitioner ought to have been promoted with effect from 23/11/2023, along with other similarly situated officers in the department. Stop. Para. Issue notice returnable within 4 weeks. Learned Senior Government Advocate Ms. S. Mary accepts notice on behalf of all the respondents. Hence, no formal notice is called for. Stop. However, the petitioner shall serve extra copies of the writ petition to the Learned Government Advocate during the course of the day. Stop. List of the followings.
For motion, item number 3.
Please, Lordship. Lordship, the present petition, the petition is challenging the selection of the private respondent number 7 as a member of the Village Development Board. Lordship, the impugned order is at page number 58.
Page 58.
58. Annexure Q.
Yes, who is the respondent?
Respondent number 7, his name figured at serial number 7. Lordship. Lordship, we are challenging this appointment on the ground that, Lordship, this selection was made in violation of Rule 4E of the Village Development Model Rules 1980.
Village Council Act.
Rule 4E.
4A. Yes.
Rule 4E says that all permanent residents of a village shall be member of the Village Development Board. In all such members shall form the general body of the VDBs.
So you're saying that the respondent is not a resident
No,
of the...
it's not a resident of the, it's not a permanent resident of the village. Lordship, against this selection, Lordship, 15 VC members of their village, they have also submitted a representation to the Deputy Commissioner.
Oh,
Lordship,
against
this selection. Lordship, we come to page number 59, that is a representation. In this representation, they have still some other related issues also, but the more pertinent issue is at paragraph 4. Should we read paragraph 4?
Yes.
Page number 61.
Yes.
That the appointment of Sri Suinsu as VTP Management Committee members from Suinsu is highly questionable since he is not a resident of Koi village, but he resides in Okatang. He and his parents are permanent residents of Chokitung. As such, in terms of Rule Suinsu, Sri Suinsu is not a member of VTP, Koi village in view of the fact that he is not a permanent resident of Koi village. Therefore, he is not a member of Koi village then how can he be appointed as VDB Management Committee member by flouting rules so and so? Lordship, against this selection, the present petitioner in the previous respondent, he were the contending candidate from the same clan. So, aggrieved by selection, the present petitioner, he also submitted a representation, which is at page number 67, annexure T. This representation was also submitted to the Deputy Commissioner.
Yes.
She may read from para 4,
So
para 1.
these representations are not disposed of.
Not disposed of without considering this representation. In this representation, the petitioner has requested to conduct an inquiry about his permanent residence worship. However, without considering the petitioner's representation, now the respondent, office of the respondent number 3, they have issued an imbued order again, appointing him as a VTB secretary, which is at page number 71. The private respondent number 7 name figures as serial number 1. Lordship, the issue here is, Lordship, if you read the representation submitted by the present petitioner, Lordship, may come to page number 67. Here, the entire facts is highlighted, Lordship. Lordship, I'm reading from para 1.
Yes.
That Sri Suinsu, in his parents, migrated to Chukitun town somewhere in the year 2000. His parental house number is recorded as house number Suinsu and are paying house tax to GBs of Chukitun till date. Serial number Suinsu is the house tax paid list for the year 2025. Sri Suinsu is an elector of Chukitun as recorded in e-roll revision of 2012 in polling station 2, part number 2, Chukitun, serial number Suinsu. Though a permanent resident of Chukitun, Sri Suinsu presently resides at Okatong. Number 4, there is no house number allocated to Sri Suinsu, nor any of his parents in Suinsu. Number 5, late grandfather of Suinsu has a house in Koi village, but the same is occupied by Sri Suinsu, bearing house number Suinsu, and against this house, the head of the house is recorded as Suinsu with e-roll number Suinsu. We should be here that the present petitioner he has also given a specific allegation against his permanent residence. But without conducting any inquiry, the respondent number 3, he has issued an imbued order appointing him as a VDB secretary. So he agreed that
And who is the petitioner?
the petitioner, he was also a candidate from Nguli clan.
Candidate.
He was a opposing candidate with the private respondent number 7.
From Koyu village.
From Koi village of Nguli clan.
Heard learned counsel for the petitioner, Mr. Limo Open. Stop. The present application under Article 226 of the Constitution of India has been preferred by the petitioner, alleging that the private respondent
Number 7.
number 7 is not a member of the Koyo village, KOIO.
He's not a permanent resident.
Is not a permanent resident of the Koyo village and therefore could not have been appointed as a village
Development Management Committee
member of Koyo village. Stop. The petitioner has impugned and has challenged the order dated. What was the first order?
50, Lordship. Order dated 10 October 2025.
Challenge the order number DCW/COUN-50/VDB/1/KOIO/2021 dated 10th October 2025 by which the private respondent number 7, isn't it?
Yes, Lordship.
7 was appointed as a Village Development Board Management Committee member, as well as the order number DCW/COUN-50/VDB/KOIO/2021 dated 29th October 2025 by which the respondent number 7 was further appointed as the VDB secretary of Koyo village. The case of the petitioner is that the private respondent number 7 is not a permanent resident of Koyu village, and therefore his appointment is against the rule 4A, 4A small clause A, 4A of the Nagaland village,
Village Development Model
Village
Rules.
Development Model Rules of 1980, right? Model Rules of 1980. Stop. Wherein it is stated that only permanent residents of a village shall be members of the Village Development Board. Stop. It is stated that the petitioner as well as the who had submitted the representation, the
15 village council members.
petitioner as well as 15 village council members had submitted representations to the
Deputy Commissioner.
Commissioner Woka. However, their grievance has not been redressed, and hence the present writ petition. Stop. Para. Issue notice returnable within 4 weeks. The learned government advocate Ms. Livika accepts notice on behalf of respondent number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. No? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yes, Worship.
Yes, stop. The petitioner shall take steps for service on the respondents number 6 and 7
By registered post as well as by dusty service. It's a junior post.
What was that? Inland speed post. These days, I'm told there's no registered post. Inland speed post, as well as dusty.
Dusty also. After serving the copy, we'll file an affidavit.
As well as dusty, within 3 working days. Stop. Thereafter, the petitioner shall file the compliance affidavit regarding the service of notice. Stop.
Worship dusty may be allowed 5 days since we have to serve. We have to dig up the
Okay, then you say 5 days. You're pressing for the interim also?
interim worship. Worship, this was his appointment is in violation of the meeting motor rules. This may be stayed during the ministry.
But this is October 10.
Worship, not even a month. Worship, after the state appointment.
Your Lordship, let it be subject to the outcome, Your Lordship.
Worship, the last order it was issued on 29 October. That was only last week.
Stop. In the interim, the impugned orders number dated 10/10/2025 and 29/10/2025 shall remain stayed till the next returnable date.
Obliged.
Lordship.
For motion, item number 4.
May I please, my lord. My lord, this petition is filed challenging the suspension order dated 7/5/2025 passed by the Principal Director, Directorate of School Education against the petitioner, my lord. My lord, the suspension order was passed following his arrest in connection with Women Police Station case number 1 of 25 under BNS and POCSO Act, my lord.
So after that, proceedings are not completed. Disciplinary proceedings taken up, started.
My lord, the petitioner, he obtained his bail on ground of default on 21/5/2025.
You are challenging the suspension order.
Suspension order.
So following the issue of the suspension order, the disciplinary proceeding has started.
No, my lord. We have served a representation to the department and intimating the release of the petitioner on 2/6/2025, and it expired on 31/8/2025, which is 3 months. And the state respondent, they have not reviewed my suspension order or served any.
Nothing has been done.
Nothing has been done, my
Departmental
lord.
proceeding, nothing.
No, my lord.
Only the suspension order.
Only the suspension order, my lord.
This present petition has been filed by the petitioner challenging the impugned suspension order number ED/CON/A-5/2025 2024/4 dated 7/2/2025, issued by the Principal Director, Directorate of School Education, Nagaland, Kohima. Stop. Para. Heard Learned Counsel for the petitioner, Mr. Such and Such. Stop. The main grievance of the petitioner is that after the suspension, don't say that. The main grievance of the petitioner is that the petitioner has been placed under suspension by the impugned order dated 7/2/2025 for an indefinite period without any review of the suspension order or service of memorandum of charges by the competent authority. Stop. It is stated that the departmental proceedings has not commenced till date. Stop. The petitioner has therefore prayed for quashing and setting aside of the impugned suspension order dated 7/2/2025. Stop. Para. Issue notice to General within 4 weeks. The learned government advocate Ms. Inaholi accepts notice on behalf of the respondents number 1, 2, and 3. Stop. Accordingly, no formal notice is called for. Stop. The petitioner shall supply extra copies of the writ petition on the learned government advocate during the course of the day. So please stop the 4 weeks.
Much obliged.
For motion, item number 5.
Please, Your
Litigation
Ladyship.
after litigation.
Yes, Your Ladyship.
Which round is this? Fourth round?
This is
fifth round?
this is the third round. Fourth round now, Your Ladyship.
Fourth round.
The earlier 3 rounds were between me and another group which claimed to be the LBCA. This group now is a new LBCA.
Your Lordship,
No, Your Ladyship,
Actually, these things, isn't it better to try before a mediator? These such things.
after the process, after the process, Your Ladyship.
Because even the court, we hesitate to go into such.
True, Your Ladyship. Now, the point is this, Your Ladyship. Your Ladyship, in the state, in the political spectrum, we have seen the crossing of laws by representatives of the elected parties, the garnering of the majority and forming of government. Unfortunately, it seems that sickness has even permeated into the
church.
LBCA, the church. Now, what has happened here, Your Ladyship, is this. The petitioners, they are the LBCA. They have been the LBCA since 2022. At that point of time, there was a dispute with another group, which was headed by the then late executive secretary. That group is silent. That group is no more contesting the issue with us. A new group has been formed by persons who are none other than the persons who put me in office. That is the point, Your Ladyship. The group with whom I was in dispute earlier, they have become silent. After putting me in office, the respondents 3 to 7, especially the respondent number 3, who is now the president of the so-called the rival LBCA, this person was instrumental in placing me in office as the executive secretary of the LBCA along with other office bearers. Dissatisfied, for reasons best known to him, he and his group, they formed the LBCA Reconciliation now. That's a different group again altogether, Your Ladyship. And claiming that they have the support of the majority of the churches, they submitted an application to the state government. Now, earlier, Your Ladyship, when there was a dispute between me and the then other group, both sides had submitted applications for renewal of the registration certificate. Now, those 2 applications were dealt with by the state government, and the direction given was that until the dispute is resolved between these 2 groups, the issuance of the renewal certificate will be kept in abeyance. That was me and the other group. Now, after this third group came into the picture and claimed to be the LBCA reconciliation, they submitted an application on 26/8/2025. On the basis of their application, kindly note this, Your Ladyship, not me and the earlier erstwhile opposing group, on the basis of the application of this new group, who claimed to have reconciled all the churches under its banner, an application was submitted on the 26th of August this month. On the basis of that application, a certificate was granted to them on 17/9/2025. And interestingly, Your Ladyship, the certificate has been given to the president of the LBCA. Ambiguous.
But to all effects and purposes, it has been given to respondents 3 and 7. Now, in the last round of litigation in the year 2023, the last decision rendered by this Honorable Court was that so far as the impugned actions were taken, so certain actions were taken purportedly under the Societies Registration Act by the Registrar of Societies. So this Honorable Court came to the conclusion that those actions are not permissible under the Registration Act. Those actions were questioned set aside. And liberty was given to the members of the LBCA to pursue remedies available under law. That was an order dated 11/12/2023. 11/12/2023. Now, after the registration certificate was issued to the rival group, we submitted an application on the 18th itself. 18th itself to the Registrar of Societies. We submitted an application to the Home Commissioner also. Now, these representations were ignored, and on 30th of September, last month, an interesting letter was issued.
30th of October.
Yes, 30th of September. October. Your Leadership will find that in page number
163.
163.
This is by you.
No, this is by the Home Department.
No. Oh, okay.
Yes.
By the Home Department.
So this order purports to. This order is very interesting. This order is written to the Deputy Commissioner, and your Leadership will see in the last, apart from the reference and the reference to the Law Department. Just what is important is the second last paragraph. That being the legal position, this is the Law Department's opinion. It is advisable for the concerned authority to comply with the said judgment and order of the Honorable Gauhati High Court. So, which is the order of 11/12/23. And the last paragraph, in the light of the above, it is requested to take further action in the instant matter in compliance with the terms of the judgment and order dated 11/12/23 of the Honorable Gauhati High Court in WPC 71/2023. So the direction of the Honorable High Court was what, Your Leadership?
So where is this 11/12/2023?
Page 100. Page 100, Your Leadership. Page 100. And the relevant portion is page 106. At paragraph 13, the bottom paragraph. Has the Leadership got it? In that view of the matter, this court therefore sets aside and quashes the impugned order dated 1/5/2023. So the order dated 1/5/2023, Your Leadership, was an order which was issued by the Home Commissioner saying that the properties of the LBCA will be kept in the custody of, will be sealed and under the custody of the Commissioner of Nagaland. So this Honorable Court came to the conclusion that such actions are not permitted under the Societies Registration Act. And the last paragraph. Before parting, this court further finds it relevant to observe that setting aside of the impugned order and the above observations so made here and above shall not preclude the members of the Petitioner Association to take recourse to such remedies available under law. So therefore, what remains now, Your Leadership, is if the dispute is still there between the parties, it has to be settled in accordance with law. Now, what happened after this? Your Leadership, after this, the so-called reconciliation group was formed, and they submitted an application which is dated 26/8/2025, which is at page 140. At page 140.
So, wait. In this WP 71 of 23, who were the petitioners?
It was the other LBCA, Your Leadership, which is now silent.
Not the present.
No, not the present LBCA. The other LBCA. Your Lordship can see the array of parties at page 100. At page 100.
Lothar Baptist Churches.
Yes. Represented by Reverend Dr. Ian Rio Ezung and Executive Secretary Reverend Bemo P. Kikon. This group has become silent now, Your Leadership. And a third group has entered into the picture.
Okay, so now you're referring to
140. Now, this is the representation submitted by the reconciliation group, who now claim to be the LBCA with the support of the majority churches. May I read, Your Leadership?
Yes.
This is 26/8/2025, addressed to the Home Commissioner. through the Deputy Commissioner, Woka Nagaland, brief report on LBCA reconciliation and request for issue of renewal of registration thereof. With reference to the subject cited above, we, the undersigned, would state the following lines of prayer requesting for your benign authority's favorable action. In compliance to your esteemed office dated 28/5/2024. Now, this 28/5/2024 letter, your leadership, is the earlier letter which says that until the issue is resolved, the registration will be kept in abeyance. So here again, that is at page 127. At page 127. Can we go to that first, Your Leadership? Page 127. May I read this letter, Your Leadership?
Please read.
28/5, forwarding of application for renewal of societies. I am to refer to your letter dated 34/24 and it's all right. And endorse herewith a copy of memorandum number nil dated received from the LBCAR, that is us, because they refer to us as the LBCA reformation. And to say that the association has been divided into two groups, LBCA and the LBCAR. So the LBCA is the earlier one which I was referring to in 72, the writ petition, Your Ladyship. And LBCAR?
LBCAR is you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, Your Ladyship. Where both the groups have submitted the list of governing body and claims to be the governing body of the association. However, an association registered under the Societies Registration Act 1860 has to function only under one governing body and not under two separate governing bodies. Therefore, this department's order dated 28/9/2022 had directed both the LBCA and LBCA to call for a combined special general conference on 10/11/2022 at the Mission Center, Vangkosong, in order to select the governing body in accordance to the constitution of the association. However, the same order was challenged by the LBCA and filed a case against the order in the Honorable High Court. Accordingly, the same was set aside and quashed by judgment on order dated 4/4/2023. So these are the first two writ petitions, Your Ladyship, and that was filed by, again, Dr. Zoom, the same writ petitioner, not them. Therefore, the association may resolve the internal, this is what is important, Your Ladyship, the association may resolve the internal differences, issues, and to select a governing body in accordance to the constitution of the association and may submit to the Home Department for further necessary action. Till the elected governing body represented by the constituent society members is submitted, all matters relating to the association under society's registration cell will be kept in abeyance. So this is the letter, and this is the letter in relation to me and the other group, not this group. Then, can we come back to page 140, Your Ladyship?
No, but still then, this all matters relating to the association under the society's registration cell will be put in abeyance, so that will cover everybody.
True, Your Ladyship. But what I'm trying to point out, Your Ladyship, is that the dispute was between me and the then other group. The then other group, not this group.
Okay, then come to
Then,
this.
now this is what is important, Your Ladyship. In its 62nd annual conference held at Gauhati Baptist Church on 25/27/2024, the Lotha Baptist Churches Association Conference constituted a 3-member resolution committee. Now, this is what, look at the language, Your Ladyship. This is a meeting of the Lotha Baptist Pastors Conference. It is not a delegates conference. Kindly make a note of that, Your Ladyship. It is not a delegates conference. This is important as far as the constitution of the LBCA is concerned. And this is after the respondent 3 and his group put me in office and elected office bearers of the LBCA. This is after that. This is after that. On 25/10/2024, the Lotha Baptist Church constituted a 3-member resolution committee. The committee, after deliberation, resolved to extend its unflinching support to unconditionally reconcile all the churches under the LBCA. The resolution also authorized the Lotha Baptist Church's Pastors Conference office bearers to spearhead the reconciliation process. Now, what has happened here? Your Leadership will see at paragraph 17 of my writ petition, what I have mentioned in relation to this annexure. Paragraph 17. May I read, Your Leadership? That in the annual conference of the pastors held at Gauhati Baptist Church on October 25/27/2024, a 3-member committee was constituted to reconcile all the churches under the LBCA. It was also decided that the office bearers of the Lotha Baptist Church's pastors would spearhead the reconciliation process. This move was initiated by the petitioners. It was by us. All at that point of time, they had the support of 107 churches out of the 147 churches. From the 147 churches, 21 churches expressed the intention to remain neutral in relation to both sides. The point of note is that Reverend Izanbemo Odio, this is the respondent number 3, Your Leadership, respondent number 3, who is now the president of the other side, is the pastor of Gauhati Baptist Church. So this meeting was held in his church when he was with us. A church then aligned with the LBA. Pertinently, prior to this meeting, in delegates conference held at on 13/8/24 at United Baptist Church, Doyang, it was decided that for the time being, the LBCA with the majority churches would function as the LBCA. In this meeting, it is specifically recorded that Reverend Nyanchumu Lotha, this is my ES, is the ES of the LBCA. The point of note is that when this decision was taken, Reverend Izanbemo Odio, respondent number 3, was then an unequivocal supporter of the LBCA headed by Reverend Nyanchumu Lotha. Now, page 133. Page 133, this is the minutes of the pastors' conference. 133. The actual copy is at page 133, the typed copy, the translated copy is page 133. May I read, Your Leadership? 2024 Pastors' Conference Resolution. The 62nd Pastors' Conference was held on dated 25th, 27th October 24 at Gauhati Baptist Church, and following points mentioned below are the resolution passed during the conference. Thanksgiving. The pastors would like to give thanks to the Gauhati Baptist Church for hosting this 62nd Pastors' Conference, and the pastors prayed that through this program, the Almighty God bless upon the village for their kind and hard work for initiating such a great event that blessed all the pastors. Resolution. Through this Pastors' Conference, the next year, 2025, all the pastors under LBCA will guide and preach the word of the gospel to the churches in true spirit and preserves for better unity among God's followers that God called upon us. LBEPS also assures to give assistance to the LBCA for better and oneness among the churches. LBEPS office bearers will take initiative in reconciliation of all the churches under one umbrella. Now, the resolution committee are 3 persons. As A is Libontung Yamthan secretary, 2 is Lankotung audio member, 3 is Samuel Ovang member. Now, this person is a joint secretary, is a secretary of the LBC headed by me, and he is still the secretary. The person is
number 3.
At serial number 3. At serial number 3. Now, may I continue, Your Ladyship? A meeting at paragraph number 3 of page 140. Page 140.
Yes.
A meeting of the Lotha Baptist Church's Pastors' Conference office bearers and office bearers of both the parties of the LBACA was convened at Lotha Baptist Church, Dimapur on 12/2/25. A false statement. We were never invited. We were never invited. In this meeting, all the members present unanimously resolved as under. As entrusted by the delegates with trust, officials of the 3 groups diligently deliberated and resolved to reconcile the LBCA as one from 21/2/2025 without any reservation and within the ambit of the Constitution of the LBCA and in the name of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. We were not a party to this meeting. A false statement, Your Ladyship. Then, next page. At paragraph 4, an open call was made to the Baptist churches and a reconciliation service was hosted by the Woka Village Baptist Church on May 26, 2025. The churches came together with a pledge in the name of God the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. We solemnly declare that in the spirit of forgiveness, we will reconcile into one LBCA and continue to remain in the fellowship and recognition of the larger Baptist Association within and outside Nagaland. 142 churches had reconciled under this pledge, and the door is open for remaining few churches to be reconciled under this pledge for the glory of God. This is also a false statement, apart from the fact that it is not permissible under the Constitution to have a meeting like this. The claim of numbers is also a false statement. Then, paragraph 5. On the day of the reconciliation service, now this is important, Your Leadership. An open call was made to the Baptist churches to come to this meeting. So it was a meeting of the churches, representatives of the churches, not of the delegates because the delegates are under the LBCA. The pastors called a meeting of the churches. There was no meeting of the delegates. Kindly note that, Your Leadership. There was no meeting of the delegates. On the day of the reconciliation service, an interim office bearers and executive committee was constituted in supersession of previous committees, subject to the approval. Even the language is important, Your Leadership. Subject to the approval by the delegates in the next special emergency delegates meeting. There were no delegates here. No delegates here. The delegates are all under the LBCA, which is me. The delegates were not summoned to a meeting. Accordingly, as per the provision of Article, now this is what is important, Your Leadership. I have enclosed a copy of the Constitution.
So delegates meeting was convened
Yes.
on July 18th.
Yes. But who delegates? Not the delegates appointed by us. Their own delegates. Their own delegates. That is the point, Your Leadership. Their own delegates. But when the so-called interim office bearers were appointed, there was no meeting of the delegates. There was no meeting of the delegates. And how do they justify, by this letter, Your Leadership, the respondents 3 to 7, how do they justify their actions? They refer to Article 7B. Your Leadership, I have enclosed the Constitution, which is at page 34. At page 34. And Your Leadership may kindly see Article 7B 1 Roman 4E. Article 7B is at page 45. The heading is Article 7, Your Leadership. Then B, then 1, President and his. So this is President and her duties. Yes.
President and his duties.
There is no President. President is in my group. 1, then Roman 4. In case of emergency, she can convene a meeting of the executive committee. There was no President. The President is in my group. And E, in case of emergency, she can convene a general meeting after approval of the office bearers. After approval of the office bearers, members present in such a meeting shall take a decision irrespective of the number. There was no President. It was just a meeting of the churches convened by the respondents 3 to 7. Then the further reference again is to Article 7B 1.3. 1.3. Has the leadership got that?
7B.
Yes. 1.3. She shall form the following committees along with his team of office bearers. Neither in this task nor in the Executive Secretary Search Committee shall the ES be involved. And C, the reference is to C, nomination/search committee. So to resort to Article 8, Article 7, Your Leadership, there must be an existing set of office bearers. There was no office bearers. They came together and formed office bearers on that day itself, so-called office bearers. Office bearers were with me. They did not like me. They moved away with their supporters, held a meeting of churches, and formed their own office bearers. Is that possible, Your Leadership? That is the whole point. Then they also refer to, Your Leadership, 6D1. 6D1, which is at page 6 is at page 43, and D is at page 44, and D1. And interestingly, 43, 6 is executive committee. Has Your Leadership not noted that?
Yes.
So there must be an executive committee at that point of time.
Functions
Their
of
group,
executive.
yes, members of the executive committee and functions of the executive committee. So at that point of time, it was just a meeting of the villages, churches, whom they summoned to a meeting. There was no executive committee. So they could not have 6D1, functions of the executive committee shall appoint and fill up vacancies of LBCA. So Obviously, this is with reference to casual vacancies. Now, but what are the rules which actually govern the functioning of the LBCA? Now, your leadership will find that in Article 5. Article 5. At page 42.
Year-end conference.
Yes,
of
yes.
delegates.
Year-end conference. There shall be year-end conference every year. 2 years shall be exclusively delegates conference. In the third year shall be a general conference. Delegation for the year-end conference shall be as follows. So this is the manner by which delegates are supposed to attend. Then qualification and eligibility of delegates. A delegate should be baptized, etc., etc. And C, functions of the delegates. This is what is important, your leadership. The delegates, one, should elect the office bearers of the year-end conference, the executive committee members, and representatives to the NBCC and CBCNI, etc. This is what we are concerned with, your leadership. Only the delegates are empowered to appoint office bearers and executive committee members. No one else. No one else. So can the respondents 3 to 7 summon a meeting of churches and villages to Wokha on this particular date, elect their own office bearers, and then say that they are the LBCA? They cannot, your leadership. This is their own document. This is their own document. And in addition to that, as far as the executive secretary is concerned, your leadership will see Article 8. Article 8.
Central office staff.
Yes, your leadership. The heading is Central Office Staff, Qualification, Eligibility and Duties, C, and 1 and 2. C. Page 47, C. 1 and 2. So, Executive Secretary, Qualification and Eligibility. He should be married in holy matrimony, etc., etc. Then, number 2, Executive Secretary, term of office and appointment. For the post of Executive Secretary, any eligible person within the age group of 45 to 60 years duly recommended by the Church Committee and approved by the Executive Committee shall be formally approved and appointed by the General during the year-end conference. This is important, your leadership. Once recommended by the Search Committee and approved by the Executive Committee, no other groups, organizations can oppose or nominate a different person. So now, just because they claim that they have the majority support of the majority of the churches, can they shift allegiance and elect someone else? This Honorable Court has already held, your leadership, in the 11-12-23 judgment, that the disputes within the LBCA can only be resolved within its constitution, in terms of its constitution. So the constitution says that once someone is installed, no other group or organization can oppose the appointment of the years.
They elected R5.
Yes. By this so-called meeting which they're referring to.
And then in this letter to the Home Department,
yes, Your Leadership.
What have they prayed for? To renew the
registration certificate.
Registration certificates of the Lord of Baptist
Yes.
churches. And
there is a further interesting point, Your Leadership, as far as the criteria for the Executive Secretary is concerned. Your Leadership will find that in page 47, 2.2. At the bottom of the page, at page 47. Has Your Leadership got that?
Yes.
Executive Secretary shall hold office for a term of 5 years, and if found efficient, it can be extended for another term. However, if he is found corrupted and inefficient in administration, he shall be removed from office. So just because they don't like the Executive Secretary, does the Constitution permit them to form a different group? No. But they can remove him. They can remove him. And can I continue reading with the application, Your Leadership?
Yes.
Page 141. Paragraph 5 again, Your Leadership. On the day of the reconciliation service. So reconciliation's date is 26/5/2025. That Your Leadership will get in the previous paragraph. On the day of the reconciliation service, subject to the approval by delegates in the next special emergency meeting, accordingly as per provisions such and such and such, An emergency delegates meeting was convened by Lotha Baptist Church, Dimapur on July 18, 2025 and approved, regularized the constitution of LBCA Office Bearers Executive Committee for the tenure 2025-2026. Then 6. As per the provision of Article 7B13C of the LBCA Executive Committee appointed a search committee and via Article 6D1, Dr. Rinpi Rontang, which is R5, was nominated and on his acceptance, his appointment as the Executive Secretary was approved by the LBCA in a special emergency delegates meeting at Lotha Baptist Church, Dimapur on July 18, 2025. We, the duly elected Executive Committee and the delegates who are under us were never summoned to any such meeting. They made their own delegates, we don't know how. They constituted their own executive committee, we don't know how. Then 7, vide July 2025, delegates had delegated the LBC Executive Committee for installation of Dr. Renbin Rintang as the new ES, as and when he is released from his present assignment as Associate Professor of Clark Theological College, Auligen. Paragraph 8, vide letter dated July 2025, the LBCA delegates unanimously approved the reconciliation of all 147 churches under one LBCA at Woka Village Baptist Church on May 6, 2025. Therefore, there shall no longer be any conflicting parties, but only one Lotha Baptist Church. Wrong statement, Your Ladyship. Then, in view of the above cited facts, not only wrong, it's a false statement. The LBCA requests your esteemed authority to kindly release the pending renewal registration certificate. So this was the application. Now, why I am saying that it was not by the two groups previously in opposition, this was by a new group. And so therefore, the Registrar of Societies, the Home Department, had a duty to ascertain, because this is a new group, that the two opposing groups had actually reconciled. Not done, and yet, Your Lordship, not done, but we submitted a representation. Now, representation begins at page 24, page 147.
At this stage, I think we'll issue notice because all these things need to be examined in detail.
Yes,
otherwise, how can we say whether this group is the right group, that group? Like you said, there has to be some inquiry.
Your
Just
Ladyship,
on the basis of this.
Your Ladyship, kindly.
Because they may have their own explanations.
No,
without hearing them.
Let me come to that, Your Ladyship. Let me come to that. I wish to satisfy Your Ladyship on that point. Firstly, the point which Your Ladyship must take into consideration at this point of time is that the respondent number 3 is the person, he and his group are the person who put the LBCA in place. He is now the president of the opposing group. If no such persons were involved, yes, I would understand, Your Ladyship. But this is a hard fact before this Honorable Court. And not only that, how have the actions been taken against the respondent, against the petitioners? Kindly see that, Your Ladyship. Now, the representation we submitted against the registration certificate begins from page 26. No, the one written to the Registrar of Society is the one which was received. The first one, Your Ladyship, the first one is page 153. Page 153. This is dated 18/9/2026. Then, next one, Your Ladyship, is at page 155. Kindly see that, Your Ladyship. And this was received on 18/9/25 itself, at the bottom of the page. Kindly see, Your Ladyship.
18/9.
Yes. This was addressed to the Registrar of Cooperative Societies. 18/9.
This is written by you.
Yes, Your Ladyship. This is written by us. Then the next one, Your Ladyship, is at page 158. This is 23/9. And this is received by the Home Commissioner. Has Your Ladyship got that?
23/9.
Yes. It was received on the same day, 23/9. Home Commissioner. 29. Then, Your Ladyship, the registration certificate in question, which is at page 161. No, the 161 is the order saying that Section 144 is imposed, and this is an order which is still continuing. Kindly note this also, Your Ladyship. This is 10th August 2022, and it has been extended. It continues to be in force. 10th August 2022. Then, Your Ladyship, the letter of the Home Department, very interesting, Your Ladyship. This is 30th October 2025, at page 163. And what does this letter say? It says the directions of the Honorable High Court must be complied with. The Honorable High Court says disputes within the LBCA must be resolved in terms of the constitution of the LBCA. And any member who is aggrieved can pursue available legal remedies. That is what this Honorable Court says. Now, in relying on this, purportedly relying on this letter of the Home Department, what has been issued, Your Ladyship? Kindly see at page 31. At page 167. In compliance, kindly look at the language, Your Ladyship. In the issuance of the order of 11/12/2023, Your Ladyship, if I can pause here for a moment. This Honorable Court, in the judgment and order dated 11/12/2023, this Honorable Court came to the clear conclusion that there is malice in law on the part of the state respondents in the issuance of 1/5/2023, sealing the offices of the LBC. Clear conclusion. Here also the same thing is repeating, Your Ladyship. And I would urge, my lady, not to ignore this malice in law which is apparent on the face of the records. In compliance with the Governor of Nagaland Home Department letter dated 30/10/2025, the previous letter, and in supersession of this office of even number dated 3/5/2023. So 3/5/2023 is the letter of the Deputy Commissioner which relies on the order of the Home Commissioner dated 1/5/23, which was set aside, Your Ladyship. And in supersession of this office of even number dated 3/5/2023, the properties of LBCA at Wangkosong Mission Center, which was locked by the district administration, is hereby unlocked and officially handed over to the representatives of the Lotha Baptist Churches Association. This is the problem, Your Ladyship. Can the district authorities, can the district administration unilaterally decide who is the LBCA? This is again clear malice in law, Your Ladyship. And it relies on the letter of the Home Department dated 30th October. 30th October letter says the orders, the directions of the Honorable High Court must be complied with. It does not empower, it does not instruct the Deputy Commissioner to unlock the premises and hand over the possession of these premises to the respondents 3 to 7, Your Ladyship. This is the problem, Your Ladyship. And insofar as the award of the registration certificate is concerned, my application is still pending. My application is still pending. So how could the certificate of registration, renewal of the certificate of registration be given to a third party now, Your Ladyship? That is the whole point. And because of this, Your Ladyship, because of actions like this by the state, by none other than the representatives of the state, the discord within the community is growing. In fact, this has added fuel to the fire, Your Ladyship. Insofar as the mission center is concerned, it was under my possession.
At this stage, we will only issue notice. Without hearing from the other side, we won't pass any order. And let status quo be maintained with regard to the mission center.
Very well, madam.
Yes.
Let's say this, because, Your Ladyship, because
at this stage, we cannot go into all the details.
Lordship, after the impugned order dated 4th November 2025 was passed by the Deputy Commissioner Oka. Lordship, now the present respondent, they have taken over the
no, not completely. Not completely.
Lordship is like this. Lordship, the office in the residence of the executive committee, that was a dispute. Now on 4th, after the district administration passed the order on 4th November 2025. Now the respondent, they have taken over the office. However, the so-called executive secretary, Mr. Namchamu, after the dispute started, he started occupying the residence of the executive secretary. Worship, he's still
No.
That is in
That is a wrong
position.
statement, Your Worship.
That is in his position.
That is an absolutely wrong
He's
statement.
occupying that. That is the dispute now.
That is, we have been in occupation since 23.
And Worship, in this
So who's staying in the house now?
I am there in the house. We have been
stay,
there. We have been there since 2023. The then opposing group, Your Ladyship, the then opposing group forcefully tried to occupy the premises.
Lots of conflicting facts are here. So I
That's what I'm
may be allowed to file an effective.
That's why this court also, I'm not inclined to.
Conflicting facts are there, Worship, in this case.
No, but Your Ladyship,
What happened is,
Your Ladyship, kindly appreciate this
See,
fact.
because here you are saying that you are the Lota Baptist Churches Association. Now they are also saying that they are
Lordship,
the Lota Baptist.
Lordship, the earlier two petition was filed on the instruction by me. Lordship, I filed two earlier
Representing the then opposing group.
Lordship,
not this group.
The very group in the LBCR, which my significant groups.
No, Your Ladyship, at this point of time,
reconciliation.
notice, as Your
After the reconciliation, the new respondent number 3 to 5 came, or 3 to 7 came.
No, the group earlier represented by him
This
are keeping silent.
R3, you represented R3 earlier.
No, Lordship,
No.
R3 was in his group.
No,
But
the other opposing group.
Lordship, after the
They are not here, Your
reconciliation,
Ladyship.
after the reconciliation, it merged.
The other opposing group are not here.
The
They are silent.
merger took place after the reconciliation.
This is a new group altogether.
This is very unfortunate.
This is a new group altogether.
Conflicting facts are there.
Very unfortunate.
This is a new group. In fact, Your Ladyship, kindly appreciate this, Your Ladyship. Just one point I would like to make. Just one point.
Yes.
We, the LBCA, us, we have been in possession of the mission center since 2023. In spite of the fact that we have been in occupation of the premises since 2023, on the basis of this order of 411, relying on the 30th October letter of the Home Commissioner, the Deputy Commissioner Wokha and his representatives put the respondents numbers 3 to 7 in possession. That is an indisputable fact, Your Ladyship. Indisputable fact. The present Executive Secretary has been in occupation of the premises of the mission center since 2023. He has been appointed since 2023.
So after this order of 6/11/2025, what has happened?
411.
4/11/2025.
The Deputy Commissioner
Worship, we took over the
on 4th, only on 4th,
Over?
the office.
only on the 4th, only on the 4th.
Yeah, however,
Occupying the office and the quarter is
What is occupied by
Yes.
by the petitioner.
that is a dispute.
So let it be, let it stay like that till the next date.
Worship might be allowed to file an effective reply.
Yes. The present writ petition has been filed by the petitioner claiming to be the Lota Baptist Churches Association, represented by the convener of its legal cell and the co-convener of the action committee as the co-petitioner. Stop. You have filed a caveat or?
No caveat, no caveat, nothing.
Yes, last night, Worship, after my client received the information about the filing of the present writ petition, Worship, the respondent number 5, that is the new executive secretary. He has instructed me to appear on his bill. Respondent
You have
number 5.
filed your bakla nama.
Worship, I'll be filing now.
Without bakla nama now, how
Exactly that,
can
Worship. I have a limited role.
This is the extent of their influence, Your Ladyship, the other side.
Okay. Brother.
I'm going to want to.
Without notice being served, they also know which representatives, which respondents they are serving, Your Ladyship.
The case of the petitioner, the case of the petitioner is that the petitioner number 1 is the Lota Baptist Churches Association, under bracket you write LBCA for short, close bracket, with its current office bearers led by Reverend Nyan Chomo, NYANCHUMO Lota, as its executive secretary. Stop.
Who have been in office since 2023.
Who claim to be in office since 2023.
Lordship, not in the office. Lordship, in the residence of the executive secretary.
No, 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 no.
The executive secretary residence.
Who claim to be in office means LBCA office. They claim. They're
They
just
claim,
claiming,
yes,
yes, who
right.
claim to be the LBCA since 2023.
Respondent number 3 was joint secretary with me, Your Ladyship.
Stop.
I was the joint secretary.
Just wait. However, however, the respondents, the private respondents, number 3 to 7, without any authority, had convened a meeting of delegates in a special emergency meeting on, when was that? On July 18th, no. On, 18 July 2025, and have approved and regularized the constitution of LBCA office bearers for the tenure 2025 to 2026, and also appointed respondent number 5 as the executive secretary LBCA. Stop. The petitioner's case is that they are the duly elected LBCA, and therefore the private respondents could not have that the meeting held on July 18, 2025 was without any authority and against the constitution of the LBCA. Stop. The petitioners are also aggrieved by the, where is that renewal of the
Page number
society's registration?
145. Type copy is 146, Your Ladyship.
The petitioners are also aggrieved by the renewal of the registration certificate by order dated 17 September 2025 in favor of the private respondents. Stop. The petitioners have also assailed the order number JUDL-75/WTBC/2021 dated 4th November 2025, by which the Deputy Commissioner has handed over the LBCA properties at Vangkusung, VANKHOSUNG, Vangkusung Mission Center, Woka, to the private respondents. Stop. The prayer of the petitioners in the writ petition, in the present writ petition, is to quash and set aside the registration certificate dated 17/9/2025 and the order of the Deputy Commissioner dated 4/11/2025, and to direct the state respondents to remove the respondents number 3 to 7 from the LBCA office at Mission Center, Vangkusung, Woka, and to direct the state respondents to ensure compliance with the judgment and order dated 11/12/2023 passed in WPC 71/2023. Stop. Para. Issue notice returnable within 4 weeks. Stop.
Lordship, I will receive the envelope of respondent number 5.
Okay. Learned Government Advocate Ms. Levika accepts notice on behalf of respondent number 1 and 2, and Mr. Lima Wapang
3 to 7.
enters appearance on behalf of respondent 3 to
Only 5.
3 to 7.
Only 5. Why not 3 to 7?
Only 5.
Yes, sir. Lordship. As of now, I have the instruction only
Okay,
for 5.
on behalf of respondent number 5. Stop. The counsel for the petitioner shall take steps for notice on the respondent number 3, 4, 6, and 7 by speed post and as well as usual process within
2 days.
2 working days, within 2 working days. Stop. Stop. The impugned orders shall remain subject to the outcome of the present repetition.
Your Ladyship, status quo as on date.
And status quo as on date shall be maintained as far as the
Occupation
property-
of the-
as far as the occupation of the LBC
Wangkosong Mission Center.
Wangkosong Mission Center is concerned. Yes.
You will occupy the executive secretary residence or occupy the office.
Much obliged, Your Ladyship.
For admission, item number 6.
May I please, Your Lordship? May I please, Your Lordship?
Yes.
Lordship, I'm here, the petitioner, Lordship. On the earlier occasion, the respondents had filed their additional affidavit. Therefore, would like to file reply to the additional affidavit, Lordship. Kindly grant us 3 weeks' time to file reply.
Learned counsel for the petitioner, Mr. Such and Such, is present. Stop. It is stated that the respondents have filed an additional affidavit, isn't it? Have filed an additional affidavit, and he would like to file a reply to the additional affidavit filed by the respondents, and accordingly prays for 3 weeks' time to file this. Stop. Prayer is allowed. List of the 3 weeks. Learned counsel for respondent, state respondent.
Yes,
Government advocate. Your name, I keep forgetting. S. Chang. No?
S. Chang,
Learned government advocate is present for the state respondents. List of the 3 weeks.
Obliged.
For
Much
admission,
obliged.
item numbers 8 and 9.
May I please, Lordship?
Yes.
Lordship, here I have filed my affidavit in reply to all the respondents
Okay.
on 15th of October.
Okay, then can we listen for hearing?
Lordship, yes, please
Yes,
insert
Lordship.
complete.
It is stated by the learned counsel for the petitioner that the reply to the counter affidavit of the respondents has already been filed by the petitioner. Stop. Accordingly, pleadings are complete. List the matter for hearing in usual course.
Obliged, Lordship.
Learned counsel for the respondents. Okay, Mr. N. Nangami and Ms. Such and Such present. Yes.
For admission, item number 12.
May I please, Lordship? Lordship, I received the counter affidavit filed by the state respondent in this case. Lordship, after going to the counter filed by the state respondent, Lordship, may kindly go for a record in this case. Lordship, the impugned order which I'm challenging is at page number 44. Lordship, may I read from just from serial number 1 in order to save the time. The post of Secretary NIC, that is Nagaland Information Commission, is currently occupied by Srimati Obangla Chamir, ICE, since her posting from 17/6/2019. Number 2, as the post of Secretary NIC is currently occupied, downgrading of the post to Deputy Secretary level to facilitate the promotion of Sri Warantangism, that is a present petitioner, does not seem to be in order. But Lordship, there are 2 orders issued by the state government downgrading the post of secretary to the deputy secretary. Both secretary and undersecretary posts are not promotional or cadre posts, as the NSC neither have cadre officer nor service rules. Number 4, as such, case of promotion of Sri Warantang Iseng to deputy secretary on officiating basis by downgrading the post of secretary NSC is not available. It is suggested for upgradation of the post of undersecretary to that of deputy secretary personal to the incumbent issued by so-and-so. Lordship, in the present case, the petitioner was initially appointed as an undersecretary, and subsequently he was promoted to the post of deputy secretary. Now he's presently holding the post of deputy secretary. And there are 2 orders issued by the state government downgrading the post of secretary to undersecretary, the secretary to deputy secretary. Lordship, what I record is, Lordship, we come to page number 46. This issue was brought up before the knowledge to the finance department also. Here, serial number 1, 2, and 3 speaks about the same facts. However, serial number 4, Lordship. Therefore, the finance department reiterates, that means they are reiterating the earlier ex post facto decision to downgrade the post of secretary in the rank of joint secretary in P level so-and-so to that of deputy secretary in the P level 16 to accommodate the officiating promotion of Sri Warandang Isang deputy secretary. That is an earlier decision which has been taken to accommodate me in this post. Lordship, in the counter affidavit filed by the state respondent, the earlier
What
approval.
did you prayed for in the petition? What was your prayer?
Lordship, my prayer is I should be permanently confirmed in this post of Deputy Secretary.
Deputy Secretary.
Since there's as per this.
Since the post is there. Since the post of Deputy Secretary is there.
Yes,
so
Lordship.
you
And
want to be
now
confirmed in
I'm
that post.
personally occupying that post. And when as per the downgradation of the post of Secretary to the Deputy Secretary.
That of Deputy Secretary.
The post of Secretary does not exist in the NSC, no? So, Lordship, this is
What they
the.
do is they come on deputation.
They come on deputation. But to a non-existent post. That is the issue, Lordship. So, Lordship, as per this Finance Department comments, which was given on 22/9/2022, there is an earlier approval in order to accommodate me to the post of Deputy Secretary, which is not. This aspect is silent in the affidavit filed by the respondent. So, in reference to this letter, this record will be kindly called for.
Okay, respondents are denying that the post of Secretary does not exist.
That is the.
Lordship, if I may be allowed to make a submission on that point, this particular letter of the Finance Department will come into play only when the petitioner can satisfy this Honorable Court that he can be regularized in the post of the Deputy Secretary. He's on officiating promotion. So that will come into play only when he can satisfy this Honorable Court that, yes, his officiating promotion can be regularized.
Lordship, the matter was taken up by the state government, and this is the observation given by the Finance Department.
Finance Department reiterates the agreement to downgrade the post of Secretary. So as per this Finance Department observation,
The issues,
the post of Secretary doesn't exist because that post was downgraded to accommodate him.
Lordship, that downgradation comes with certain conditions. So if my lender friend is submitting on
Let's
merits.
do one thing. This is now for
admission, Lordship.
Admission, Your Lordship.
You produce the records, we can do that. We'll
Yes,
fix it
Lordship.
for hearing.
Yes, Lordship.
Admission
Lordship, but the
hearing.
counter affidavit is yet to be filed by respondent.
Yes.
To respondent, Lordship.
Okay. Learned counsel for the petitioner, Mr. Limawapin is present. So, learned senior government advocate, Mr. Nangami is present. The counter affidavit on behalf of respondent number 1 to 3 has been filed. And in view of the same, the counsel for the petitioner submits that the records need to be called for. Stop. In the meantime, the learned counsel, Ms. Such and Such, appearing for respondent number, you are for? 4 and 5. Respondent number 4 and 5, prays for some time to file their affidavit in opposition. How much time? 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Lordship, on several occasions they have sought for time, so this may be the last chance. I have pressure from my client.
As a last chance, the respondent number 4 and 5 are given 2 weeks' time to file the counter affidavit. And this after 2 weeks, on the next date, the learned.
Lordship, let the pleadings be completed then.
Okay.
And, yes.
No, Lordship, in the meantime, they are filing within 2 weeks. So
No, during hearing, if we feel it necessary.
Yes, correct, Your Lordship.
At least after 2 weeks.
I'm obliged, my Lord.
For orders, item number 14.
Three not completed. So number 3 is not completed.
Notice on R3.
We still awaited.
What
Your Lordship.
happened? Still awaited.
Kindly grant us 3 weeks' time to file our
You were
affidavit.
to take steps by Dusty.
Yes, yes.
You have not taken.
No, not yet, Your Lordship.
Learned counsel for the petitioner, Ms. N. Solo is present. Stop. Learned additional AG, Mr. M. Tim Song appears for respondent number 4. Stop. Learned counsel
for respondent 2.
for respondent number 2. The learned counsel for the petitioner submits that the service on respondent number 3 has not been that the steps for service on respondent number 3 has not been taken as yet, and prays for
3 weeks.
3 weeks time to take steps by dusty mode and thereafter to file the affidavit. So accordingly, list after 3 weeks.
The ladyship does an interim, if it may be
The interim
continued.
order passed earlier shall continue till the next date.
For orders, item number 15.
May I please, Your Lordship?
Yes.
Lordship, I'm filing these applications for the deletion of respondent number 3 and 4, Your Lordship. When this matter was being heard before Your Lordship.
Deletion.
Yes, Your Lordship. On dated 11/9/2025, Your Lordship was in an opinion and advised me to delete respondent number 3 and 4 as it's represent the court, Your Lordship.
Yes, yes. The present application has been filed praying for deletion of the names of respondent number 3 and 4 from the area of petitioner or respondent?
Respondents.
From the area of respondents.
3 and 4.
From the area of respondents in the connected writ petition, in the connected civil revision 7 of 2025. Stop. Para. Learned counsel for the applicant, she said and such. Stop. It is submitted that by order dated 11. No, was it reflected in the order?
Yes, Your Lordship.
Yes.
In
Okay,
para
okay.
number 4, Your Lordship.
Okay. As reflected in the order dated 11/9 of 2025. At the motion stage, the petitioner prays that the petitioner prays that the respondent number 3 and 4 may be struck off from the array of respondents as they represent the court and the court cannot be made a party. Stop. The prayer of the applicant is allowed. The respondent number 3 and 4 may be struck off from the array of respondents in civil revision number 7/2025. Stop. The petitioner shall take steps to file a new amended cause title in WP's in civil revision number 7 of 2025. Stop with the above observations.
Your Lordship, Your Lordship, in the main civil revision, the respondent number 2 is already appeared. However, the respondent number 1 is being awaited. So, if I may be allowed for a dusty service.
No, wait. That stands disposed of. Okay. Then, in the main civil revision, Mr.
Chingyang Pom, Your Lordship.
Chingyang Pom, learned counsel for the petitioner, submits that the service of notice on respondent number 3 or respondent number 1
awaited.
It's not complete.
Yes, Your Lord. It's still awaited,
It's
Your
still
Lordship.
awaited. You want to take fresh steps or?
Yes, Your Lordship. First step through dusty, Your Lordship.
And prays for permission to take fresh steps through dusty mode. Stop. The prayer is allowed. The petitioner shall take steps by dusty on the respondent number 1 and file affidavit thereafter. Stop. The respondent number 2 is represented by Mr. Jamir, who has already filed.
I filed my Vakalatnama this morning.
Okay.
I'm yet to file my
Who has filed his
counter.
Vakalatnama for respondent number 2 and prays for some time to file his affidavit in the present case. Prayer is allowed. So please after 3 weeks.
Lordship.
Please
Your
after 3
Lordship.
weeks.
Your Lordship. Obliged.
Obliged.
Mulo, sit.